The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a team from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Judicials ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Blue Hens offense will be first on the attack. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. He's got it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Blue Hens have their offense in high gear. They'll give it to the back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ellison. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Blue Hens come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Delaware. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he's coming out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Judicials offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Judicials will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the catch near the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Hauls it in. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Delaware.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll send the back in motion. They want to run this quarterback. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll go to the fullback. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Judicials come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Give to the fullback. Creates a little room. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down. And the Judicials come to the line with a new set of downs. Now on the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Judicials will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Can't make the grab, in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for an early chunk play, read option to the right.
I suspect we can